Hello and welcome to Nikki Scoops. In today's segment, I'll delve into the case of 3 thoughtless school employees who knowingly fed a child spicy food despite being aware of the child's digestive problems. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe and like buttons. Your support will greatly assist me in reaching my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Now let's dive straight into the story. Several employees at a Delaware elementary school were arrested following an extensive investigation into their alleged mistreatment of special needs students. Michaela Lomax, 31, Marisa Johnson, 26, and Morgan Donahue, 21, have been accused of engaging in this disturbing conduct for an extended period, according to the Smyrna Police Department, which charged them with child endangerment on Wednesday. The allegations involve physical assault on students, and specifically force-feeding hot sauce and spicy snacks to a child with a known digestive condition. The accusations were directed at 2 of the suspects, and it is also alleged that Lomax struck and sprayed a student in the face with a water bottle as punishment. The force-feeding incident is said to have taken place at Smyrna Elementary School in 2022, where the accused reportedly coerced a special needs child into consuming Takis and hot sauce. The investigation that led to their apprehension started in February, according to a statement by the police. The investigation began with authorities uncovering disturbing patterns of behavior among the individuals. The police reported that Lomax, Johnson, and Donahue were employees assigned to work with special needs students. While their duties required assisting the kids, the 3 employees were allegedly throwing objects, yelling, and calling the children names. Last week, the Smyrna School District released a statement addressing the situation and clarified that a comprehensive investigation is underway. The employees implicated have not been around our students since the district became aware of the alleged misconduct, the school district stated. The majority of those implicated are no longer employed by the district. For the remaining employees, the district will respect their privacy rights concerning employment separation, and we will file our reports with the Department of Education's Division of Licensure and Certification. The update provided a view of the trio's mugshots and detailed the charges they face. Johnson was charged with 10 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, each a Class A misdemeanor. These charges are in response to the conditions found in the special needs classroom and the incidents of force feeding in the fall, as noted by the police in their statement. Donahue, identified as Johnson's accomplice, was charged with 1 count of child endangerment related to the incident involving Takis and hot sauce. At the time, she was 19 years old. Her bond was set at $500, in contrast to Johnson's $10,000 bond. Lomax's bail was set at a significant $12,500, reflecting the severity of the classroom conditions and the act of striking and spraying a child in the face with a water bottle, according to the officers. The department has issued a disclaimer affirming that all 3 defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Breaking news out of Gwinnett County. Police say an apparent murder-suicide has claimed the lives of 3 children and possibly their father.
All 4 were found dead in a car at Lucky Shoals Park early this morning. Good Day's Mark Tigner is live at the park with this really terrible and just troubling story. Mark, good morning.
Yeah, this is certainly one that's hitting really close to home for everyone involved. I'm going to step out. Law enforcement remains here at the scene. In fact, it appears that maybe the medical examiner's office might have shown up as they try to positively identify all 4 of the people who died here, which includes 3 small children.
Our investigators are investigating this as a possible murder-suicide.
3 children and a man believed to be their father are all found dead in a car here at Gwinnett County's Lucky Shoals Park. A police officer was doing routine patrol of the park around 1 Wednesday morning when he discovered a car parked on a walking trail.
The officer called out to the occupants inside the vehicle and got no response. The officer then approached the vehicle, and that's when he found 4 deceased individuals inside.
All 4 had been shot. Police say the man was sitting in the driver's seat. The kids, described as 2 girls and a boy, were also in the 4-door car.
They range in ages from elementary school age to middle school age, and until we are able to positively identify them and don't know exactly what schools they attend or what their exact ages are.
Detectives think the man is likely the children's father, but won't know for sure until they're all positively identified.
So we're able to run a tag and get some possible identities on maybe who the registered owner is. However, we have to wait for the medical examiner's office to arrive.
Police call this an obvious tragedy and are trying to put aside their emotions so they can get to the bottom of what happened.
3 young siblings from Georgia lost their lives in a tragic incident suspected to be a murder-suicide after they went to get food with their mother's former partner while she was at the hospital with another sibling. Gwinnett County Police identified the deceased as 13-year-old Ariani Rodriguez, 11-year-old Chadal Rodriguez, and 9-year-old Carlos Rodriguez. On Wednesday, 3 children were discovered deceased in a car with 56-year-old Jose Plasencia. Plasencia and Karina Rodriguez, the mother of the children, have another child together who was hospitalized earlier in the week. The suspect met with the victim's mother, her 3 children, and their shared child at a local hospital, said the police. After a while, the mother consented to let the 3 children accompany the suspect for a meal while she stayed at the hospital. The duration that the children spent with Plasencia is uncertain, but approximately at 1 a.m. on Wednesday, a patrolling officer came across a suspicious vehicle parked on the pedestrian trail at Lucky Shoals Park in Norcross. According to a police report, the 2005 Honda Accord was still operational with its rear lights illuminated. In the back seat, the officer discovered the bodies of a young boy and girl, face down and on top of each other. Blood pooled beneath them, and one of the children appeared to have suffered a gunshot to the head. Another girl was discovered slumped in the front passenger seat. Next to her, Plasencia was lifeless, with the adjacent window broken. The officer concluded that all 4 individuals were clearly deceased, as stated in the report. Initially, the police thought Plasencia was the father of the children when the harrowing discovery was made. Their deaths are suspected to be the result of a murder-suicide, but investigators are awaiting confirmation from the medical examiner's office. On Thursday, the DeKalb County School District notified families that 2 students from Kingsley Elementary and 1 student from Peachtree Middle had passed away. Kingsley Elementary, the school attended by Carlos and Chadal, shared a statement on Facebook. A Kingsley family has endured a heartbreaking loss this week. We extend our deepest sympathies to them and to every student and staff member who cherish these children, said the school. The school's statement also encouraged the community to support the family through their GoFundMe during this time of unimaginable grief. The fundraising campaign, set up by a friend of Rodriguez, featured a plea from the heartbroken mother. As a single mother, my heart is shattered by the tragic loss of my 3 little angels, Rodriguez expressed. She sought assistance with the funeral costs and the necessary funds to transport her children to her native Dominican Republic for a Christian burial. I am utterly devastated, with my heart in pieces, Rodriguez shared, referring to her children as her entire world. Speaking to Al Momento, a Dominican news outlet, Plasencia's brother claimed the 56-year-old had been suffering from depression that had worsened due to economic and health problems. The man was described by his neighbors as a family man who, despite facing financial and health challenges, consistently sent money to his 84-year-old mother for her medication. At the time of the deaths, Plasencia was not in a romantic relationship with Rodriguez. Police records indicate that he was previously arrested for driving with an expired or no license and a traffic violation. However, he has no charges or convictions for violent crimes.
Yeah, Christine, we just found out more about them. First of all of them were siblings and from Atlanta. Investigators do identify them as 13-year-old Ariani Rodriguez, 9-year-old Carlos Rodriguez, and 11-year-old Shadal Rodriguez. Just to be clear, though, that man is not their father, but does share a separate child who was not there with the kid's mother.
In the mornings, I usually go for a walk.
The path along Adriana Quinones's morning walk in Lucky Shoals Park is normally peaceful. Today, it was a different story.
I was surprised because, like I said, I thought it was a very safe park, and I never saw an incident like that before. Sometimes I go for 30-minute walks, and I then come back and I see the police here.
This morning, instead of friendly patrols, there was crime scene tape, as investigators with the Gwinnett County Police Department collected evidence after an officer made a startling discovery. Around is still a shock to people like Adriana, who can't believe something like this could happen so close to their home.
I'm going to be more careful around here, but like I said, I'm very secure here, but it's very sorry for the incident.
A local neighborhood rocked to its core after a teenage girl is accused of trying to kill her mother. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. The girl, age 14, is accused of stabbing her mother repeatedly at their home in Indiana County Saturday night. Neighbors in Center Township tell KDK's Shelley Bortz about what they saw and heard.
Police here say that teen stabbed her mother multiple times during an argument inside their Center Township home. Tonight, that mother is clinging to life in a Pittsburgh hospital.
That's really heartbreaking in a way.
It's an unimaginable crime, one that people in Center Township, Indiana County are trying to wrap their minds around.
Shocking that a girl would do that to her mom.
State police say it was here, inside one of these apartments along Grayston Village Road, where a 14-year-old girl tried to kill her mother. It was around 10 o'clock Saturday night, and according to investigators, the pair had been arguing when the teen allegedly grabbed a knife and stabbed her 41-year-old mother repeatedly.
My grandson heard screaming, lots of screaming.
Today, a restoration company is at the home where the mother and daughter live. The crew has been tasked with the difficult job of cleaning up the crime scene, as this sign hangs above them that reads, "My biggest blessings, call me Mom," a stark contrast to the events that unfolded just days before.
It's kind of surprising. I mean, you don't expect anything like that. This is a quiet area. I mean, I have no problems.
Police here tell us the teen has been charged with attempted homicide through Indiana County probation. At this hour, the mother is in stable condition. Reporting in Center Township, Shelley Bortz, KDKA TV News.
A 14-year-old girl accused of stabbing her mother now faces criminal charges. The reported stabbing incident occurred at approximately 10 p.m. on Saturday, November 9th, at a residence in Center Township, as stated in a news release by the Pennsylvania State Police. Authorities learned the 14-year-old stabbed her 41-year-old mother multiple times. The mother was transported to a hospital and listed in critical condition, according to state police. The teenager was apprehended and charged with attempted homicide. The motive remains unknown, and the authorities have not released the girl's identity. Center Township is located approximately 30 miles northwest of Pittsburgh. A 13-year-old girl from Pennsylvania reportedly admitted to killing her mother and wounding her 11-year-old brother during a dispute, stating to the authorities, "I'm the reason my mom is dead." Lataya Powell reportedly confessed to the rampage when officers arrived around 12:30 p.m. Friday at a residence on South Sherman Street in Wilkes-Barre. "I killed my mom, and she'll never forgive me if she is alive," she said, according to the criminal complaint. The mother, who was later identified as Tamika Tucker, sustained apparent wounds to her torso and head area, according to the police. Meanwhile, her 11-year-old brother was found lying on a couch in the living room with stab wounds to his back. His injuries were not deemed to be life-threatening. Powell was apprehended at the scene and, being charged as an adult, faces counts of homicide, 2 instances of aggravated assault, and evidence tampering. Upon arrival, police discovered no knives or cutting instruments, yet observed that kitchen drawers and cabinets were secured with padlocks. One had seemingly been forced open, with a padlock found on the floor. Confronted by the police, Powell admitted to discarding the weapon on a neighbor's doorstep. She confessed to the police, as stated in the affidavit reported by the media, "I'm the reason my mom is dead." She also reportedly expressed, "I can't understand how people can commit such acts and not feel remorseful about it." The footage released by the media outlet captured the girl expressing feelings of regret, guilt, and self-disgust to a journalist prior to being escorted into a police vehicle. A neighbor who found the knife on her front porch said she was working in her backyard at the time of the grisly crime. "I'm just grateful I wasn't around because anything could have happened. However, I believe that something positive can emerge from this situation and that she can receive the assistance she requires," stated the unidentified woman. The neighbor expressed condolences, saying, "My prayers are with the family, and I regret that this occurred." The alleged murderer is detained at Luzerne County Jail, pending a preliminary hearing scheduled for April 10th. Thank you for watching until the end of my video. Your loyalty as a viewer is greatly appreciated. Please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comment section below on any of these videos. I enjoy interacting with my audience, so don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. See ya in the next video.